Hello, everybody. Listen, I've got another story I want to cover. And again, you guys know how I do here on the Juice Radio and Talk Show. I don't just give you these stories because other news outlets are giving you the story. I'm giving you also some other information as to try and learn a lesson from these things that are happening. This one was almost mind boggling to realize that this mother hired a hitman or attempted to hire a hitman because come to find out, it wasn't a real hitman's channel that she went to. But nonetheless, she contacted him and said she wanted him to take the life of her own 3-year-old son. Let's get into this information right after this.
Welcome to the Juice Radio Talk Show. 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 Reality TV, church reviews. Let's talk happy love and marriage lifestyle. Come and talk with us. Come and share with us. Come and laugh with us. Come on and pray with us.
Regina Clovis, special guest. You should be following your lead. Bless. Subscribe on YouTube. Listen on podcasts. We live on IG and Facebook. This episode is sponsored by Truth and Triumph Ministries.
All right, you guys, this is another story that I just could not believe. I was shaking my head. I was trying to wonder what is going on. The lady on the screen, as you see her name is Jasmine Paez, or Paez, whichever way you want to pronounce it. She's a Florida mom. 18 years of age, you guys. She's 18. I want you to hear that. She's 18 with a 3-year-old son. Do the math. And she decided that her boyfriend allegedly was more important to her than her own 3-year-old son. And Jasmine decided that she was going to get rid of her son. According to news articles, allegedly, she states that allegedly news articles are saying that Jasmine was told by her boyfriend that he did not want to date a girl that had kids. And so allegedly Jasmine decided to take it upon herself to go online, Google, research, try and find some information on how she could hire a hitman to take the life of her 3-year-old son. Well, I'm glad to say and happy to report that her plan did not go through because it was avoided because the gentleman who actually owned the website was a parody website, which means it wasn't real. It's just something that he had up from years ago. And actually, he left the website up about hitman and so forth information. He was doing some information on and decided to leave the website out. You guys read about that. But anyway, Jasmine found the website and she contacted him. And although he thought maybe this couldn't be real, he thought maybe the best thing to do, which was actually the right thing to do, is to contact the local authorities. But you guys, as he contacted the local authorities, there's stories out here saying the local authorities told him to stop calling them. Get that. They did not think the story was true either. It was a whole situation. But the owner of that website did not give up for the safety of that child who he believed was really in danger. He pursued and persisted, getting back in touch with the police officers. And finally, they were able to contact Jasmine and actually make an arrest because she actually was trying to take the life of her own son, allegedly. Let's read these stories coming out of Eyewitness News. ABC 7 Eyewitness News has this. It says an 18-year-old woman is accused of trying to hire a hitman to take the life of her 3-year-old son. The woman appeared before a Miami-Dade County judge Wednesday following her arrest on charges of solicitation of him and unlawful use of a communications device. They said the woman visited a parody hit-for-hire website intended to assist law enforcement in an attempt to have the boy taken away, far away, and possibly to take his life. But ASAP, they stated. Police department said in report, it said she was willing to pay $3,000. The woman listed wanting to get something done once and for all as the reason for hiring a hitman, the report said. Police said she provided an address where the boy lives with his grandmother. She also provided a recent photo of him and her phone number when she made contact with the website. A man who runs the website contacted Miami-Dade police, and detectives tracked down the woman on Tuesday using the IP address and phone number provided. The Associated Press, and also it says the news, is not naming the woman to protect the child's identity. Well, that's okay, you guys, because other news articles have given her name. Let's go on over here to this story. This is coming out of Channel 6, South Florida, South Florida. And it's saying here the father decided he wanted to defend his daughter. And it says here in the headline, "My daughter is not a monster. Dad defends Jasmine Paez, the mom accused of trying to hire a hitman to take the life of her toddler." You guys, I'm going to run this video for you because this was really, really amazing. I had never heard of a story like this, that a mother would actually try to take the life of her own toddler. You guys. This was just amazing. Now, some of this video was muted, but I'll go ahead and I'm going to just run this video that I have here, and then we're going to do a little bit more conversation, okay? Because it's not just about the news, it's about what we need to do to prevent things from happening like this again in the future. Let's go ahead and listen to this.
Jasmine Paez. She became an adult just a few months ago, a mother 3 years ago, and a murder for hire suspect a few days ago, for which she is now free.
Now, there you
bond.
see Jasmine.
She went on a website to hire a hitman.
Jasmine Paez was given a suicide prevention vest in court. She's accused of hiring a hitman.
All right, so here's the information, and it shows there, and this is where the audio was going out, but it shows there
to target
the
her
story
own
and
three-year-old
she was
son
in court.
quoting
And,
police,
listen,
took him
this is
far,
just
far
one of those
away and possibly
tragic
killed
things,
an ASAP.
but I'm glad that you were able to save the baby. This is her father there with her because they
Paez
were
was in the
this
hospital with her father
information
in this
to
Zoom
look
hearing
at
about
the
custody of her
and
son.
this is Jasmine and her father. And her father is, he's defending her. He's really defending her. Now, a lot of people were trying to allege that Jasmine wasn't mentally well, or
The
that
judge
she had
tells
some sort
Paez
of
she
illness.
finds clear and present danger for that little boy and asks
I have
where
not
is his father.
information on if
You have any
it's
information?
not, but let me go ahead and share this story that I
Turns
got.
out Paez
regarding
moved out of her mother's home in May, leaving him to live
terrible,
there.
And
terrible
how is the child?
situation here. All right, so let me share this other story here that I got off of 6 News, and it says this. It says here that the dad is trying to defend her, and it says a Miami father is defending his daughter amid allegations she went onto a parody website to request a hitman to take the life of her son. It also says, according to the report, the young son was 3 years old, and also according to the report, Paez offered $3,000 and even sent photos. Yes, this is a mess. It says that the child was living with the grandmother, and Paez became a mother at around 15 years of age. Now, that's a whole lot right there, okay? That's a lot, Dad. That's a lot. All right. It also says about the website that she went on, the parody of the website that she went on. But I want to get to this part here that I want to read to you guys. The father is saying this. He says that on Thursday, NBC6 spoke with Paez's father, who said the case is not what it seems. He said Paez has medical complications and has had over 12 surgeries in her lifetime. It also says he's saying, my daughter is not a monster. The father said in Spanish, my daughter is a little girl who was born with health problems. She has liquid retained in her neck. She's had 12 surgeries. She's lost the ability to move her face. She's been bullied in school. They called her the monster. The father added that he's confident the justice system will bring out the truth. Also, it says that a judge granted Paez a $15,000 bond, and she has been released from jail. Family members told NBC6 the toddler is safe with relatives. The Florida Department of Children and Families were notified according to records. Meanwhile, Miami-Dade police admitted there was a delay in the investigation because of how unique the story was. The website's owner, Robert Inez, said he called Miami-Dade non-emergency number 3 times, but he was referred to Crime Stoppers. He said on the third call, a detective was put on the case because of the fact that it involved online allegations. So that's what's called a little bit of a delay when he called a couple of times. But then once they were able to get a grasp on exactly what he was referring to and how this is playing out, that's when the call taker passed that information to the on-duty supervisor in the Communications Bureau. Miami-Dade police spokesman Alvaro Zalbato said. It says Zalbato said once the investigation began, they arrested Paez within hours. Also, it says the Communications Bureau has been in talks with us all day because of the fact that this is so bizarre when we can utilize this now and create a best practice because of the fact that simply because you run into something that's a little bizarre and it's the first time you run into it doesn't mean you'll never run into it again, Zalbato said. So they're looking into this, and there's going to be more to this story, okay? The child is now living with the grandmother. The child is with the grandmother. And another story that I read said that Paez, of course, Jasmine, is not able to be around the child. She cannot be around the child while they have this ongoing investigation. It does alleges that Paez again did this because an alleged boyfriend allegedly told her he did not want her to have any, he did not want to date someone who had children. All of that, you know, is allegations and some of these stories that's going on. But I want to talk to the young women right now, and I want to talk to you young men as well. Listen, you ladies, let me talk to the ladies first. You guys are having these babies. I'm not going to knock you because I know things happen, as we all do. We were all young once, so I know how it goes. But I want to do this. You as a young mother need to understand that those children are your gifts from God. They are yours, a perfect gift from God. So you have to understand that they should be priority over everything. These men that come into your life will come into your life, and oftentimes they will leave out of your life. Your children are there with you forever. You cannot continue to allow these men to come in your life and think that they are more important than your children. Never do that, because your children are innocent in all of this, your relationships and everything that's going on. If you want to have a child, you need to understand that you're the mother. You have to protect your children. You cannot allow anybody else to be priority over your children. And men, when you date these women who maybe you're not the father of the children, and you date these women and you understand they have children, let them know from the very start. I'm going to applaud men that say, I just don't want to date a girl that has kids, and you let them know that from the beginning, from the jump, as soon as you find out they have kids. That's why women, it is always very important from the start to let these men know from day one that you have children or you have a child. Don't wait until the relationship gets further in and then you want to announce that you have a child. And then what happens is, if that man decides he does not want to have a child, now you've got all these feelings into him. The moment you say, hello, my name is, also say, and I have a child. It will save a lot of this. At least I'm hoping that it does anyway, okay? But parents, have the conversation with other people when you meet them. You don't have to introduce them to your children. You don't have to do that. You don't have to have them meet them right away. You can just let them know, listen, I'm a proud mother of a beautiful child. And listen, before we go any further in this, I just want you to know that. And if that is not something that you want, let me know now, because I'm looking for someone who's going to love not only me, but also want to build and have a loving relationship with my child. All right. Let them know that. I'm not sure of all the mental stability or mental things or mental issues that the father is saying about Jasmine. And I'm praying that she would get some of the help that she may need. But again, Jasmine, you have to know that your child is more important. And listen, even if you wanted to be with that young man that allegedly these stories are saying, then what you should have done is you should have told your grandmother from the start, can you keep my son? I want to go and live my life with this man. Make sure that your child is in a safe place. Don't just try and take the life of your own child. That to me, you would never, I think even if that would have happened, Jasmine, and I'm praying that you would have been like, if it happened, you would have had some remorse, several remorse that it happened. If you didn't, I don't know. But again, I'm so glad this baby is safe. I'm so glad this baby is in safe hands right now. And I pray that child will continue to be safe. Thank you to the young man that owns a website that reported it, that did not give up even and persisted. I'm glad he persisted in this. And I'm praying that police officers will continue to start taking stories like this more seriously, because you never know who could be the next child life that you could be saving. So officers and operators at the police department, I understand you guys get a lot of calls probably and a lot of jobs that's going on at the same time. But remember, every call should be treated as though it is real and not just taken for granted. All right. Parents, love your children. Keep them safe. Keep them priority. And make sure that this never happens to you. Love your children first, and everybody else comes after that. All right. Thank y'all for watching the Juice Radio and Talk Show. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay. Y'all have a blessed day, and we're going to bring you some more news stories. We don't just report the news. We report on things that need to be changed after we watch these articles. Okay. We want to know what can be changed. What can be done better? What information are we learning from this? What is the learning lesson? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment. All right. Appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are. Appreciate y'all again. Y'all have a great day. Until the next story, we'll see you later. Bye.
A heartfelt thank you to all of our subscribers who joined us for this video. If you have not already subscribed, go to our YouTube channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to be alerted whenever we go live. Join our private Juice community. Go to www.thejuicecommunity.com and sign up for free. Join us, The Juice Radio and Talk Show. We have our Money Monday financial series. It is a lunch and learn program at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Also on Monday, we have our reality series and hot topics at 7 p.m. Wednesdays, we have Bible study at 7:30 p.m. Thursdays, we have church news at 7:30 p.m. We also offer motivational moments, happy marriage lifestyle, news from a godly perspective, movie reviews, as well as our single moms club, Let's Talk Ex-Millennials, and of course, our Cooking with Clovis. Follow us on our podcast channel, The Juice Radio and Talk Show Podcast, streaming on all podcast platforms. A great big thank you to our podcast production company, Noye Podcast Productions. They can help you create your own podcast also. Contact them today at houseofnoye.com. Thank you to our sponsor, Custom Apparel Shop. Have them complete your embroidery work and silk screening needs. Do you need a logo created for your fashion apparel or company? Contact Israel Mason today. That is 786-657-7501. Thank you to our main sponsor, Truth and Triumph Ministries. Truth and Triumph Ministries, a ministry that cares about telling people the truth so they can triumph in life. Thank you, Truth and Triumph Ministries, for all you do.